Valladolid, and it is Jorn Nyman just about ahead as they stream through the first section of track. Everyone more or less clean, and Bruno Coelho already making up some positions, but it's Nyman we watch going through the track first of all. HPI hairpin he goes, and back under the bridge underpass. Someone going off there, that's the 9 car of Hugo Honigel, and Nyman, he's going to be confident out there, and that really puts him in control for this one. It'll be interesting to see how quickly Coelho can get up the order. He's already up to 3rd place, so Coelho's had an amazing first lap.
Yeah, I didn't quite see what happened there. I mean, first corner after the jump was a bit carnage. He made 4 spots, then I think he got Lee over a bridge and then carry into the first corner, so great start from him, but he's got, what, 2.5 seconds to Jorn, so it's going to be tough to catch and pass in the remaining 4.5 minutes.
And of course, before we even think of Jorn Nyman, he's got to get past Martin Wallanka as well, but Coelho already up to 3rd place. Incredible first 2 or 3 laps for him. Bit of a battle further back down the order, going a bit pear-shaped, but we follow Nyman for the time being. If we just look back to the battle for second between the Austrian of Wallanka and Coelho, who's made it up to 2nd place around the final corner over the double jump. Textbook move from Coelho, and Wallanka could maybe catch a bit of a toe from Coelho, try and follow his lines and follow him up to the back of Jorn Nyman, but then again, getting to the back of Jorn Nyman, not the easiest task.
I mean, Wallanka there, he got a little squirrely up into the last double, and Bruno just sent it down the inside. So the gap is 2 seconds. Bruno pulled 0.2 that lap, so I would guess it's always easy to chase, as I say that.
Yeah. He loses it at the tabletop, just scrapes the inside wall there, and that puts him back down to 3rd place. So Coelho with it all to do again. We watch Coelho as he tries to get back past Wallanka. Not the ideal start here. In the practice A, he looked like he was going to be untouchable out there. And now, circumstances in this first leg of the A final causing him all sorts of problems. Back over the tabletop he goes. And it's really just a matter of time, looking at the speed difference between he and Wallanka, but Martin won't let Bruno through without a fight, and they come around the final corner up towards EFRA corner at the first turn. Jump over towards turn 2. Coelho looking at the inside, no move made there. Tabletop over the Fiat triple. Where do you think is the prime overtaking position here, is what I was going to ask. Coelho makes his own little overtaking place there at the cone corner, as we're calling it. And pretty opportunistic move there. Just a little mistake from Wallanka off the corner, and that was all Coelho needed. What's the gap between them now? 3.3 seconds. How do you think He's over again. So sorry, I was just looking at the timing screen, and Coelho, I was going to ask you if 3.3 seconds is something he could make up again over Nyman in the next 2 legs. How do you rate his chances?
Well, I think this race is now Nyman's to lose. Coelho's through again, so getting up the inside on the little tabletop, and comes over the double. So as he crosses the line now, 1:30 left on the clock. That's 3, possibly 4 laps, 4.6 a gap. I can't see him catching him without a mistake from Nyman, and although it's easier to chase and catching's one thing, to get past, I don't think he's going to do it. Nyman's just got to look to the end now and bring this one home.
Of course, that margin, almost 5 seconds, very comfortable for the next 2 legs of the race. We've seen 5 seconds not be enough in the 2-wheel drives, actually, but Nyman, if we could look to him in a moment, that would be good. But for now, Wallanka still attacking Coelho. Of course, we can't rule Wallanka out of this one. He's going to be 3rd position. And of course he started 4th, so very competitive in his own right. But Coelho, the man who we all expected to be right up there, not with the best of first heats, first legs here. Wallanka still close by, close proximity, 30 seconds remain. This will be the second to last lap then. Just doing some quick maths in my head, and I think I got it right. But, and then Coelho being knocked off there by Wallanka. Wallanka just a bit late on the brakes there, I think. Coelho turning in at the HPI hairpin, and a bit of a side swipe. I don't think that will be seen too harshly by the stewards or anyone.
Well, Martin waited. There's not a lot you can do. Once you've already committed to your speed on takeoff, you're on the brakes, and if the guy in front's not got the corner perfect, he's going to be sat there. Martin did the right thing by waiting. But as expected, Jorn is to come home, 3 corners to go.
So if we can just look at the leader, just crossing the line there, Jean, there is your Nyman taking this one. Look to the second place battle. Crossing the line, it is Quayle, Wilanka and Martin Bayer who snuck up on them towards the end there after that incident at the HPI hairpin. Malin Carlson crosses the line 5th, Kari Salmela in 6th, Hupo Honigel in 7th, and Lee Martin eventually crosses the line. Did he cross the line in 8th? He has. Yeah, he has crossed the line in 8th eventually, and Una Hatton 9th. Neil Cragg not taking the start, not getting out there on the track at all. And I mean, from this, I don't know if you've ever been in this particular situation, but if you're in a first leg and you haven't been able to take the start, how difficult is it to wheel yourself on to go and do the next 2 heats in Neil Cragg's position?
I mean, he's going to be kicking himself because it's a missed opportunity with Bruno having to start from the back. But I mean, there's nothing Neil could have done about it. He'll just still look to the next 2 legs, same mindset of he needs to win to win.
And the man who looks very likely to win, at least after the first one, the first leg of this, is Jorn Nyman. So that's the first leg of the A final here in Valladolid, the Circuito Teledios. We'll be back with more on RC Racing TV in just a moment's time.